Hello there, digital citizens. This is your introduction and you're welcome to the EDTP 580 class. This Blackboard site is a combination of both sections of the EDTP 580. So if you are in the online version or the face-to-face version, when you log into your Blackboard, this is where you're going to land, is right here. Don't let the section number up here throw you. Everyone is in this section. Now, speaking of everyone, let's address the 300-pound gorilla in the room. A lot of you are still teaching when the start date of this class starts. We are ignoring that. Your first day of class will be June the 12th. That's a Wednesday. Same time, same place, all that good stuff. We'll be down, for those of you who are meeting face-to-face, we will be in 201E in the ERTC. I'll be hanging around. I'll bring something to eat because we're meeting from 12:30 to supposedly 4:30, but you'll hear about all that when we get together. So I'll be bringing stuff in so you can have something to eat because I know, the afternoon we kind of, the old blood sugar kind of drops and we all need a little bit of a kick. Those of you who are in the online class, you can either join us at that time synchronously, and I'll show you how to do that here in just a second, or you can review the class asynchronously because we will film everything, just like I'm standing here filming this for you right now. So let me show you how the class is set up. The class is set up in modules. Here they are. Each module is basically a project-based learning that you will complete, and then the module, when it's completed, you will do your demonstration of that completion by putting an URL into the live text for each one of the modules that then demonstrates where I go and look at what you have done. We do all that by using something called a wiki. And for this particular class, we'll be using something called PBWiki, which is right here. It shows you how to do it. Everything you need to know about it is right here. Now, I will go over how to do this in class, so it's not like I'm throwing you in cold, all right? For those of you who are people who like to see things, visual learners, hello, here they are. This shows you how to do it. If you're the kind of person who needs something in your hands, this one will be that. I don't know what this invalid PDF down here is, but I'll get rid of it. And that's how it works. Our class is based upon a book by Kristen Matson, which is called Digital Citizenship. It's a really, really good book, but it's a very small book. It's a very short book. It's a very inexpensive book. Get it off of Amazon, kids. You know the rules. And I think you'll find that it is a very easy read. I think, though, what I like about it more than anything is the fact that it speaks directly to us as teachers. So we are going to address right away in Module 2 the old way. The old way was 9 elements of digital citizenship, and thou shalt not. Look out, danger stranger, don't do this, don't do that. And we need to know that because we need to know what the issues are. We will then take a look at something called the digital compass from Common Sense. The good folks at Common Sense have, I think, one of the best ways of understanding digital citizenship. Let me show you. Here it is, Becoming Aware, the Digital Compass from Common Sense Learning. We are going to look at this. We're going to look at the old way of understanding it. Here's the ISTE stuff right here. But what we're going to be doing is we're also going to be looking at the ISTE standards for students, and they are located right here. And so each one of these modules that we're going to be working with also speaks to a part of the ISTE standard for students. As you can see, digital citizens straight up front. But we also need to be looking at things about the empowered learner, the knowledge constructor, innovative designer, computational thinker, creative communicator, and global collaborator. That's why when we get into the actual chapters and the modules that have to do with the book, one of the things that we'll be talking about is participatory digital citizenship. How do you do that? So I'm going to ask you to be reading the book, and then I'm going to give you something to do that reflects what Kristen talks about in her book. Dr. Matson does a really nice job of, I think, laying out the argument for that kids need to, let's look what she has here. In order for students to become participatory digital citizens, they are going to need some space to practice under your mentorship. And in chapter 1, she talks about using surveys as a way of kind of understanding what your students are in terms of what kind of digital citizens. Are they just people who kind of exist out there? Are they activists, slacktivists? And so we'll be looking at the tools that you can do those kind of surveys with. We'll be looking at a Padlet, an Answer Garden, a Mentimeter, a good old Google form. And as you can see, I just basically say, look at them, pick one to develop your survey with. You're then going to put that survey into your digital citizenship wiki that we'll have created. And again, I'll show you how to do this. It's very simple. Then we're going to do something I think is really cool. She talks a lot in here about student voice. And one of the things that she talks about in student voice is kids creating PSAs, public service announcements. So I'm going to give you 3 different ways of doing that. And the first way is to create an infographic, which is nothing more than a digital poster. And we'll use a tool called Pictochart. Or you can make a comic, 3 panels at least, that you can post out there. Or you can do, this one's really, really up there in terms of Bloom's taxonomy. You can create a graphic novel using something called Storyboard. Again, what I've tried to do here is I try to honor your learning styles, and I also try to honor your level of proficiency and comfort with using technology. Pictochart would be the easiest. Make-believe comics would come next, and then Storyboard would be last. So as you can see, again, you pick the one you want to use, and that's the one we will put into our wiki upon the completion. Chapter 3 and 4, we combine those two because we're basically going to build a Twitter account that we will put into our wiki. The Twitter account will basically show how you can leverage the Twitter, which is a sewer right now, frankly, but how you can get out of that sewer and actually leverage it to be useful in your classroom as a way of helping children understand good social discourse. My goodness, do we ever, at any time in the history of education, do we need to be teaching kids about good social discourse? I will go on and on about that. Then the next one that we'll do is Chapter 5, Networking, Making Meaningful Connections. This one I get really excited about. This one fits into the whole idea of global collaborators, and it has in here some amazing opportunities for you to get your kids involved in some really cool stuff. Dream Do Schools, Wonderment, Youth Voices. It's all coming from the good folks from Common Sense Education that we got our digital compass from. I hope you will enjoy this. This is not going to be, you don't have to go into this and actually put everything together and put kids into it and all that. No. You're just going to build an outline, a framework. But I think and I hope, especially if you have a Google Classroom, I hope you'll look into using this in your Google Classroom. There's some really good stuff in here. And then finally, your hat. Dun, 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 dun. So your hat is extremely difficult, very difficult to complete. You'll have all kinds of trouble. No, you won't. Here's what we're going to do. we're going to use something called Animoto. If you took a 201 class and I came in and visited with you, you already know what Animoto is. We're going to create that Animoto about a element of the digital citizen. You may use it either way. In other words, you can make it an element or you can make it a plea for digital citizenship participatory. Either way, don't make it any longer than a minute, because that's how long a PSA that's it's on TV, it's how long it lasts. It's a minute. But where we're going to do the global collaborator part is where you are going to use the connection here for my YouTube account, that is our class account, and you're going to upload your YouTube creation, your Animoto creation into YouTube. It becomes a part of the global community. Anybody can see it. And we'll talk about what that means. And it's extremely simple to do. Your last thing will be that you'll take that YouTube video that is a representative of your work in Animoto, and you'll then embed that back into your wiki. And as you can see, all of these, you'll be putting the URL of the wiki page that represents each one of these into live text. That is all there is to it. I hope what you're going to find here is a lot of exciting, interesting tools to work with. I hope that we will be able to give you some new insights into digital citizenship, as opposed to thou shalt not, thou shalt not, thou shalt not. Now, let me talk specifically to our friends who will be taking this as an online class. You look over here and you will see that here are your links. You'll be clicking on this right here if you want to join the online class. In synchronous, you then click here. You then click on join session, and what will happen is Steve will have the session all up and running. As you can see right now, the room is empty. When you come in, you'll actually see the screen that I'll be working from in the classroom. But what you can do is you will be able to either create a new tab and go into the various tools that we'll be playing with in the classroom at the same time, or if you want to just watch it afterwards and then open up new tabs so you can see what's going on in the classroom. Now, what it will look like when we're finished is right here, right underneath this link, there'll be a link that says EDTP 580 Ultra videos. So all these videos that I film will be then available right here. Now normally what you would do is when you go into here, oh hey, I'm already in it. Thanks, guy. When you go into it, you click on the pancakes. Yes, they're called pancakes. That's what they really are. And then right here is where the recordings will be. So I actually put a link out here so that you can get to them, or you can just click here from inside the Collaborate. Either way, they'll be there. This is something I say in every class I teach, in every syllabus that I give out. I am here for you. If you need to reach out to me, to talk to me, to question, to ask for permission, to let me in on that there's an issue that you want to bring to my attention, I have a text number that I freely give out to everybody. It'll be in this announcement. It is 502-457-2937. 502-457-2937. Use it. Talk to me. Don't sit out there and stew and worry and get yourself all stressed out. I think this is probably going to be one of the easiest and the most fun class you'll take, because all the stuff that we're doing in here, like I said, is PBL. It's all, we create stuff. We learn how to do stuff. We make stuff so that we are given choices, that we don't have to work at a level that's uncomfortable for us. We can work at a level that we are comfortable with. I hope you will try new things. And I hope that you will let me know. Last thought, reach out to me. Let me know. 502-457-2937. When you send me that first text, please include your name in it. Say, "Hi, Steve, this is so-and-so. I'm in your 580 class." That way I'll make a contact for you, so the next time you send something to me, it won't just be a phone number. It'll actually have a name attached to it. When I got a new phone this year, my iPhone XR that I love to death, I had to, copy over all my contacts to the new phone from my old phone, and I had 5,000 contacts. Well, I guess you've been doing this for a while. You end up with that many. Okay, I look forward to seeing you, all of you, on June 12th. That's a Wednesday, by the way. 12:30. If you want to join us, we will be in room 201E, the ERTC. If you want to join us in synchronous mode, I just showed you how to do it. You come in through the Collaborate Ultra. If you're going to have to see it in asynchronous mode, meaning you can't be there at that time, it'll be sitting right here waiting for you. Every class will be recorded. Look forward to being with you.